Hello and welcome. I've been promising this video for a long time. I have a reading journal, and I keep up with my reading journal. So I've been talking about it for the longest time on my channel for years, and I always say that I'm gonna film. What is she doing? Explain, honey. I'm trying to film a video. You're being a problem child again. Hey, give me the pen. Give it to me. You lose privileges. I've been promising this video for a very long time, but I've always put it off because I feel like it's going to be a very boring video. My reading journal is not fancy or aesthetically pleasing or nice. This is, I'm pretty sure, my old chemistry notebook from 10th grade when I was 16. I'm pretty sure I just ripped out the first 8 pages that were chemistry notes because, let's be real, I would take notes for the first 2 weeks of class and then stop. So I ripped out those pages and then just started listing the books that I read in my reading journal, and I have kept this up for more than a decade now. Had I known that was going to happen, I probably would have bought a nice journal for it or used nice pens. I have the oldest, crappiest pens. They're just terrible little Papermate pens that are basically the only pens I've used for this. There are a few others, but these are the pens I always went for, which are the worst pens in existence. No one writes with these. You can buy a pack of 100 of these for 78 cents. Don't use those pens. And it's an old, terrible composition notebook that I just covered with stickers because right under here, this writing used to say my name, my year, my period, and chemistry, because it was a chemistry notebook. I don't know. But I'm just gonna do a flip through of this for your pleasure, and I'm just gonna put music over it because there's nothing aesthetic in here. It's literally just lists of books with authors and dates, and it's just gonna have some music over it. There's nothing for me to explain. Actually, there is. I'm gonna talk through the first page just so that you're aware of everything you're looking at, and then you'll have the pretty music and you can just see my handwriting change over about 12 years. It has a couple of rather old stickers on the front, and then as we flip it open, you can see the first page where it has been beautifully ripped out, the first 8 pages, and then we have this lovely heading of books, because how else would we know that this was a list of books that I had read? There's no way of telling otherwise. So you can see that the very first book that I read for this reading journal on July 30th, 2010, when I was 16 years old, was Zombie Blondes by Brian James. And I did not like it, apparently. I don't remember this book. But that is literally all of the information that I wrote down for the 12 years of this reading journal. It is solely the title, the author's name, the date on which I finished it, or at least a date that is close enough to when I finished it. I'm not saying this is 100% accurate. And then an arrow that is facing either up or down. An up arrow means I enjoyed a book, which is basically the equivalent of a 3 to 5 star rating. A down arrow means I did not enjoy the book, which is the equivalent of a 1 to 2 star rating. And that is literally all the information, so I'm just gonna flip through now. I just wanted to throw in real quick at the end of the video here, editing this now, but I am doing the 12 book challenge next year, which essentially is just 12 people recommend me books and I read them next year and talk about them, and I'm hoping to do a really fun project with it. I've been posting this across all my social media platforms, so feel free to recommend me a book down below if you haven't already done so.